Hello everyone, this is Joshua from Haywood Studios. I'm back. I know I haven't posted in a long while because the school year got in the way, and so now I'm back. All my school is done, until next semester that is, so I'm going to try to review all the other movies I got for my birthday. And that includes the one movie that I anticipated seeing the most out of all the movies I got for my birthday. Justice League was a 2017 movie that came out in the month of November. In this movie, we see Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, The Flash, and Cyborg team up to fight an evil alien that's invading Earth. Now, before I saw this movie, I had heard that the production for this movie was very troubled. Apparently, Zack Snyder was the one who was directing this movie, but a family tragedy forced him to step down from directing. And so, Warner Brothers decided to bring in Joss Whedon, the director of the 2012 movie Marvel The Avengers. And the movie turned out to be very different from what Zack Snyder wanted. I personally refuse to see this as a Zack Snyder film, even though Zack Snyder was given directing credits. In the very opening of this movie, this just does not seem like a Zack Snyder film. It is very different from what he has made in the past, but I digress. So, usually in my reviews, I've been addressing positives before I go to the negatives. So for positives, I think I'll start with the acting. I think the acting is, overall, it's good. There is some really bad ADR, additional dialogue reading moments in the movie, but overall the acting is worth admiring. Special effects can sometimes be good as well. The key word is being sometimes, because I'm having a really hard time finding good positives for this. Well, I will say that some of the characters are written up very well. Let's talk about the characters that are featured in this movie. Let's start with the three characters that are introduced in this movie, that being Cyborg, Aquaman, and The Flash. Aquaman is probably the least fleshed out character in my opinion. He's more of a secluded character, the guy who's unwilling to join the team, but later on he just gets sucked in and he's just all of a sudden like, woohoo, this is fun! He just blends in as soon as he becomes part of the Justice League. Flash, this is a good character write-up. I like how the actor Ezra Miller portrays him. He's fun, energetic, young guy that usually quips out some jokes or lines that are supposed to be funny or make you chuckle. He was admirable. He was fun to watch. Definitely acted like the newbie or the rookie that joins the team and has no idea what's going on. But my favorite character out of the newcomers is actually Cyborg. We don't really get a backstory for Cyborg, but it's basically implied. In every scene with Cyborg, you can sense that he's been through a lot of pain, of suffering, of fear, because he's just a machine now. He used to be human, and now he's something that he doesn't understand. And I think that was a very admirable thing about him, not knowing what he is or what he's supposed to do. I really felt for him, especially in the opening scene where he's introduced, where he's talking with his father. I think that's my favorite scene out of the entire movie, because it really seems to flesh out Cyborg the most, and it's mostly through showing and Ray Fisher's acting, even though we're not really told much about Cyborg's backstory. Now let's talk about the characters that have already been introduced in the DCEU. Wonder Woman is good. She is good as a leader. She takes command. She is strong, but some of her dialogue is rather cheesy. I have no idea who wrote her lines for her, but they could have used some work. Batman is good. I like how he banters with Wonder Woman in this movie. My one issue with Batman, and this still bugs me to this day, is when he's in costume as Batman and he talks. It doesn't feel like his actual human voice. It feels like he's talking to a microphone. And I know in BVS, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, which, oh boy, I gotta review that sometime. When Batman is in costume, every time he talks, it feels fake. It feels very over the top. It sounds like a machine is doing all the dark, edgy dialogue tone sounds for him, instead of it coming naturally from the actor Ben Affleck. Other than that, I really like Batman in this movie. Superman, I love Henry Cavill's Superman, as I've stated in my Man of Steel review, and I like him in this movie when he's actually being Superman. Because for the first half of when he's appeared in this movie, he's not actually Superman. When Superman is actually being Superman in this movie, he's good. That's all I'll really say about it. Now there's one other character I need to talk about, and that would be the villain of this movie. His name is Steppenwolf, and he's played by the actor, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Kieran Hines? Kieran Hines? I'll go with Kieran. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I like the actor that portrays him. The people who wrote him up, they're doing the bare minimum. He's not really that scary. He's not really that threatening. He just lumbers around and is just like, where's my stuff? Give me my stuff. That he wants these like mother boxes that he can meld together and do something, take over the world kind of nonsense. His minions are scary, the parademons. Those are frightening looking, but him as a villain is not really admirable. Another thing I'd like to add about Steppenwolf is that not only is he a weak villain in terms of motive and CGI look, he's really noticeable. He's a giant punching bag. Every time he fights the Justice League, it always feels like he never has the upper hand. The Justice League always seem to dominate him. They're always punching him down, and he never seems to be the guy that stands tall at the end of each fight, like in Thanos and Infinity War. And yet, yes, you could argue that in some cases he wins, but overall, at the end of each battle, he may get what he wants, but was he really overpowering the Justice League the whole time? It makes no sense why this villain, with such an unknown motive, would be so weak in battle against the Justice League. And given how lackluster the villain is, that'll lead into my negatives, starting with the special effects. I did mention some special effects are good. I bet that's some. Most of the special effects, including the green screens, are horrible. Some of them are blatantly noticeable. You'll see a character just standing there with like a background behind him. You can tell there's a green screen behind this character when he's talking, and it is so distracting. That noticeable green screen makes everything around it look fake. It looks like it's in a studio, which is kind of disappointing. And this terrible green screen effect can be easily noticed in a major battle that occurs right in the middle of the movie. But some special effects like lasers firing or the Flash's Speed Force effects, those are good. There's also some really odd plot transitions in this movie. Like, for example, there's a scene where the entire Justice League is basically, their lives are being threatened. They're at risk of actually being killed. But then suddenly, when we cut to the next scene, they're fine. They're on land, and they're safe, and nobody's hurt. And it's just a weird transition. It's like, what happened to get them from point A, where they were in danger, to point B, where they're actually not in danger, and they're fine? How did they get there? The last thing I want to address is, I know this has been mentioned before, but I can't really tell if Superman's mouth is fake. It was a little hard for me. I would have to be like really, really looking. There's a close-up shot where you can definitely tell, like, when he smiles, it's like, yeah, that's kind of fake. Overall, the special effects on his mouth are not really that noticeable. If I had to sum up my thoughts on this movie, I would say this is the least favorite of the movies I got for my birthday. And it's so sad to say that because, like I said at the beginning, I was really looking forward to this. But it's just not the movie I thought it would turn out to be. On a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give this movie a 5. What I am looking forward to, however, is to see whether or not Zack Snyder's Snyder Cut of Justice League would turn out better than what we got here. I know I don't have HBO Max, but I'm hoping someday to see this Snyder Cut, and I'm really looking forward to it. I hope it turns out to be a good movie, because if not, that's just going to be double the disappointment. So anyway, I'm going to try to review Aquaman and Shazam, which were the other 2 movies I got for my birthday, by the end of the year or before I have to go back to school. I can't guarantee when those will come out because it's Christmas week, and so I'm not going to be shooting anything on Christmas Eve. With that being said, thank you for watching. Thank you to the 6 people who have subscribed. I know we reached 5 subscribers recently. I want to thank the 6 people who have subscribed. Thank you for tuning into my channel and watching my videos. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up down below the screen. You can also hit the red subscribe button. It's the best way to help my channel. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.